Hi there, how's it going? Greetings from Ollantaytambo, Peru, which is a tiny little village in the Andes Mountains, just a few hours away from Machu Picchu at about 9,000 feet in elevation. Really stunning location. So before I get started on this video, then I will give you a view of the amazing Andes Mountains and looking down at the little village of Ollantaytambo here. So that shot at the end there was the little structure of ancient ruins that I'm inside at the moment. So this video is on the subject of how to free yourself from the projections of others. And I think this is a really important topic, and something that pretty much everybody, really everybody, comes up against at some point in their life, is other people projecting onto you who you are, what you should be doing with your life, who you aren't, projecting, negative things onto you and whatnot. And these definitely affect us to a great extent and can, pose great challenges in our life of how do you deal with this, especially when it is somebody who is important to you or is simply a very present, permanent aspect of your life, whether you like them or not. Then how do you deal with this when somebody is projecting onto you that you should be, the classic father thing of, why aren't you being a lawyer, or why aren't you being more macho or more successful or whatever. I certainly have dealt with this in my life with my dad. Of when I was a teenager, then I was a skinny, not macho, creative-minded, into music and writing, and my dad owned a construction company, and he was kind of more into the classic macho thing. He was actually a hippie when I was younger, more like when I was a kid, but he still kind of had that bent towards, you should do things more practically, more reasonably, plan out your life linearly, and have your goal and go for it. And I was kind of more, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, and I was just kind of bumbling around when I was a teenager, and I bumbled around a lot in my past 25 years of adulthood. But anyways, so how do you deal with this? That's just one example, but there are so many different circumstances I've gotten projected on and, been viewed negatively by people that were friends of mine. And that goes into, I could, go off on some specific examples there, but you can imagine we've all kind of had this kind of an experience of people we have a relationship with who make judgments about you and whatnot. So how do you deal with this kind of a circumstance? And I think that what it comes down to is it's really about claiming your space, being strong within yourself, and figuring out how to not allow these kinds of incidents to really impact your self-image in a major way, which they absolutely can and do many times. But what is happening is that other people are causing us to think about ourselves in ways that don't feel good to us. And so we have our self-image, and oftentimes, and to a great extent, and that self-image is flawed, distorted, twisted. We have grandiose ideas about ourselves, or we put ourselves down. And so it's about, to a great extent, first of all, figuring out who you are. Who are you really? Beyond the societal, social projections onto you, digging deep down into yourself to figure out who are you and who do you want to be. Because I don't think that who you are is a static thing, as in there's who you are is kind of this permanent thing that eventually you will discover who you are, and then you have to accept that. To some extent, I think that we have intrinsic natures of our soul, of who we are, of who our sort of base soul essence of being is, and then also it is a matter of who do we want to be. We do have the choice to be who we want to be. We aren't stuck with something that we just have to accept and, well, I'm such and such because I was born into this circumstance, or because that is just the nature of my soul, as I just have to accept that I am this or that. So there's kind of this combination of there is a essence to who we are, just kind of this base primal essence of our being and our soul, based on the past, based on our choices, based on who knows what created our soul to begin with, the aspect of God that we represent or whatever. I mean, that kind of gets complicating, but there's who we are and there is who we want to be. And so we need to figure both of those things out. What is kind of our basic essence? Are we more of a linear, rational thinking kind of a person? And so we should accept that and, pursue science or math or whatever? Or are we more of an artistic, creative type? Or, there's a million different qualities of being that we can explore and allow to be revealed within ourselves. And so, to a great extent, it is a matter of digging down into yourself through contemplation and inner searching and trying different things out. What do we enjoy? What activities do we like? What types of art do we like? What challenges do we enjoy? Do we like to be a homebody, staying in our hometown and in our house? Or are we a traveler type, such as myself, going around the world? And so it is a matter of figuring out who you are. Who are you really? And accepting that, embracing that, and expressing that, and just saying, this is who I am, this is going to be what I'm going to do and who I'm going to be, and screw all you people telling me I'm this or that or the other that doesn't feel right to me. I'm just going to be that person that I feel that I am. And then there is the aspect of strength and personal empowerment. Do you really have the strength and the power within yourself to truly, charge forth and be that person that you feel that you are and that you want to be? And so that is kind of a whole different, aspect of the path of self-growth and self-understanding and self-knowledge, is digging down into yourself to find that inner strength and that inner power to just, do what you want to do and be who you want to be. And then to recognize within yourself, to what extent are you resisting other people's projections onto you, and then reacting to that. And so allowing your identity to be opposed to such and such. Somebody is saying, you should be a football player, and so you're saying, screw you, I'm going to go be a barber, or a potter or something like that, as a reaction to somebody telling you, who and what you should be. And so being able to identify those things, to what extent is your actions and your energy a matter of reactions to, knee-jerk reactions to people telling you who and what you are, versus a true creative expression of your soul, and based on inspiration versus opposition to something. So that's kind of a whole different dynamic, because to a great extent what is happening here is that we are struggling with our own mind. That's really what's going on here. Is someone says that you are such and such, and that doesn't feel right to you, and then you get this this struggle, this conflict within yourself of, no, I'm not that, I'm something else, and your energetic field becomes a opposition to something. as opposed to a expression of yourself. And so that is a different energetic configuration than of spontaneously, creatively expressing who you really are. And so this then requires inner transformation. It's not just about what you're doing in the outside world. If you're telling me to do this, no, I'm going to go do this. It's what is the energetic dynamic going within yourself that you are then acting from. And so this is where the inner quest, the inner search comes in as being crucial for your life, for your decisions, for the direction of your life moving forward, is going within enough to figure out who you truly are, what you desire, what you want, what feels right to you as far as your persona, your self-expression, your goals, your desires, your challenges that you want to tackle in your life in order to strengthen yourself and find that sense of empowerment. To dig deep enough in order to be able to find that, so that you are not so much resisting, reacting to other people and their projections. You are not taking in their projections and allowing that to be a part of your being when it doesn't feel right to you, but you've truly found that place of balance and clarity and self-understanding within yourself, such that you're not affected one way or another by those projections of others, but you are simply living your life as you choose. And the way it works is that we are all reflections of one another, and that to whatever extent we are not truly claiming our personal space, then there is a gap within ourselves, a place of collapsed energy that then allows other people to invade our space and tell us who we are and what we should be doing, and infringe on our personal boundaries. When you claim that space truly within yourself, and you are broadcasting that energetic vibration out to others, out to the world, then people can't invade. You have like this force field around you, such that people get out of your way. You're going to do what you're going to do, and they're not going to try to stop you, because you're not vibrating that kind of a frequency such that you're going to allow them to stop you and to tell you who you are, because you're broadcasting with strength. This is who I am, and this is what I'm doing. And so there was this other video that I recorded titled "The Problem with Most Human Souls." And it's kind of the same idea, which is that to a great extent, many people have collapsed energetic fields, and so their energy is not being broadcast outwards to the world in a vibrating, spontaneous, empowered kind of a way, but they are kind of collapsed within themselves, and so their energy is turned inwards, and this is disempowerment. This is a energetic state of constriction, rather than of opening and of strength and of broadcasting who you are to the world. And so in order to truly claim your space, then you have to find that sense of true empowerment within yourself, such that you are broadcasting your energy outwards rather than walking around with this collapsed energetic field. And it's kind of like a firewall in a computer, in which you have that firewall broadcasting out that is like a selective vibration that doesn't allow certain frequencies to come in. So it doesn't allow people who are trying to spy on you and steal your information and viruses to infect your computer, but it does still allow you to access the internet and access information as you choose. And so you can have your own personal firewall energetic field that is like that says, I'm not going to allow frequencies into my vibratory state of being that I do not like, that do not feel right to me, that do not vibrate at the same kind of energy that I am vibrating at. But I am going to allow love and affirmation and the input of others and information from the outside world into my being in order to, you know, not be isolated from the world. You don't want to be completely cut off. You want to have an interaction with the world, but to have a selective kind of an interaction such that you are in a certain amount of control over what energies are coming into your being and what energies are being repelled by the strength of your vibration, of truly holding the space of your being that you know, have dominion over. So hope that gives a few ideas to think about. Thanks for watching. All right, take it easy. Hasta luego.